G'day legends and welcome back to an adventure here on the Eyre Peninsula. We've made our way south to the most raw, rugged and remote location on the Eyre Peninsula. Before we get into those crazy locations, next couple of days I want to explore Port Lincoln National Park. Pristine beaches, epic campsites, good fishing, get out and explore as much as you possibly want, and only half an hour away from Port Lincoln. The Savo looks like a bit of shitty weather coming in on and off, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I want to get down to Stamford Beach, explore that before we head into Lincoln National Park. So let's get going. I can already tell I'm going to love this national park, but the weather in the southern part of the Eyre Peninsula is crazy. It is raining on and off, on and off. When the sun's out, it's warm. When the wind comes up and the rain comes up, it is quite fresh. But I must admit, this sort of area from basically here back to Venus Bay is a pocket that no radar picked up the rain. I found generally the weather temperature and the wind direction and the wind sort of force is very accurate with the forecast, but the rain is terrible. The rain forecast is so inaccurate, but that's what you get for being remote. If there was more people there, I would say I'd put infrastructure there to make it happen. But just a word of warning, if you travel here in the winter, less tourists, less people around, much cheaper, but look outside for the weather and address accordingly. Now, I think the best way to experience the first initial part of this national park is to hike up to a little place. I think it's a 45-minute return hike to Stamford Hill, and just have a look where we are, because right now I have no idea where to go, what to do, or where to camp tonight. But I have gone through 2 or 3 access points that go to the southern part, but that's gonna be tomorrow, because it looks like most of this weather is hitting the southern part of this tip, even though it's raining right now. But hike, find out where to camp, and then explore from there. But so far, so bloody good. Very thankful that I made my way up here. It is a beautiful view of about 180 to 270 degrees of Boston Bay, the complexity of all the islands and the waterways that make its way through, looking back into Port Lincoln. It is a truly beautiful place. Very surprising how vegetated it is. Obviously with all this rain coming through, but it is incredibly vegetated. But a beautiful place to come, and I highly recommend you to come up here as well. Bring some lunch like I did. Look at all the beautiful views. I was very lucky with the rain. It held off. I think in a minute I might get a little bit of a shower, but behind that there is blue skies for quite a long time. From here I can see the last bit of the bitumen road, which is Stamford Beach, I believe, and then going into that bay, which surprised me how big it is. I think for tonight I might go the opposite side to camp, and then camp tomorrow night right at the end at the furthest point. Not they're that far from each other. I just want to take 2 nights to stay here But I'm actually going to go back, look at the map to possibly camp at the furthest point tomorrow to see if I can explore all that and then come back closer to here, because where I want to explore and those remote sort of, not remote, but those rugged beaches on the southern side, I don't want to be the furthest campsite away. So that's the plan now. Head back down, have a look at where to camp tonight, because there's just too many options here. Endless beaches, beautiful campsites. It is so far an incredible place. I am happy with my decision to make September Beach home for tonight. There's a walk that can go all the way around to the rocks, which is down Donington Point, I believe, which we can go explore tomorrow by car. You can drive up there. There's a beach around the corner. It looks pristine as well. So we'll try and get a little bit done tonight. It is now 3:30-ish. We've got about 2 hours, but it is quite protected from the wind around here, which is quite nice. But that rain is coming in and out quite often. But I'd like to go out for a walk, maybe around that beach there, get the fishing rod out and flick a lure and see how we go. But this is bloody pristine. Starlink, book a site, and home. I have to say, Port Lincoln National Park is one of the best set up national parks I've been to in South Australia. The sites are massive. All the sites I passed on the way through, they're massive, they're flat, and they're all $22.30. So as big as they are, they're not going up to the next price range at $33. So some of them might, I haven't checked all of them, but here where I am at September Beach, it is $22.30, massive sites, level, somewhere to sit down, have a fire as well. It is bloody perfect. I was sitting down for the last hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It's just enough rain to piss you off. If you go outside, you're gonna get sort of drenched after 10, 15 minutes. I thought, bugger, I'll go to the campsite, stay there for a little while, but now it looks like it has dissipated for the rest of the afternoon. So I might head down now for the next sort of 20 minutes, half an hour down to the beach before I come back here and spend the rest of the night here, up early tomorrow morning. It's amazing how fresh it gets when the sort of sun goes away and that little tiny southwesterly breeze picks up. So now I might put some shoes on, head down the beach and see what's happening down there. I truly believe some of the best sunsets are after the worst days. Not the worst days, but the shitty days where it just rains on and off and it clears up, becomes a very crisp, cold night. Generally, they become beautiful, like the sky's right behind me. I did contemplate staying on the opposite side to watch the sunset tonight, but I thought, bugger it, might be there, 50-50 chance. You always gamble, obviously. But the real thing is I wanted to be here in the morning to fish that other beach and where I'm to right now. And I want to be a little bit warm because I think tonight might be one of the first times on this trip the diesel heater gets turned on. I think yesterday morning, I woke up and thought, right, I am ready to head north and get warm. It was cold. I think 11 degrees was the top yesterday. And it's okay for 1 or 2 days, but after a while, it just gets to your bones, to your core, and does your nut in. Then I've got fish tonight, which I'm super pumped for. Tomorrow morning fishing, but this is a beautiful place. Absolutely spectacular place. Good morning, and what a morning it is. Today we're meant to be blessed with weather throughout the whole entire day that is absolutely rip snorter. Northwesterly winds, about less than 10 knots all day, and quite warm temperatures. And the plan today is to explore beaches for not the minimum amount of time, but just sort of 4 or 5 beaches along the way back and fish them, walk all the way along and just keep venturing through. Starting at the northern side, which would normally be protected from the southwesterly winds, but not as of today. And then getting down to the southern side where the rugged, raw end of, I believe it's Sleaford Beach, and looking into big cliff faces. Never been there before, so it's quite a good day. Now, little September Beach, flick a lure around, try and catch some flatties, and then go on to the northern part, Donington Point, and work our way back. Today, it's gonna be a good one. All right, I ended up leaving Little September Beach, not because it's a bad beach, it's I want beaches that I can walk and fish. I am more after the enjoyment of walking on the beach and experiencing how beautiful these beaches are more than the fishing. So I've come down to Donington Beach, and then I'm gonna go to Donington Lighthouse and Donington Points. Basically, my idea for today is to find beautiful beaches, walk up them, flick a lure and walk back. If I get something, awesome. If I enjoy the beach, that is the best thing possible. So, let's see how we go. We've now made our way to Donington Point, the furthest point on the northern side of the Lincoln National Park. If you want to get to the southern side of the national park, I believe you need another key to get into a gate and also a four-wheel drive. It's probably about 5 locations that you can't get to on the south and southeastern side because you need a four-wheel drive to access it. If you have one of those, beautiful campsites, quite remote, and it looks like 2 or 3 of them, memory code, like a pristine beach. But we've just come from Donington Beach. There's a lighthouse just there, Donington Point. And behind me is September Campground, September Beach, where I was before. So we haven't actually gone that far. Oh, it stinks like dead fish down here. Ugh. Oh, that actually is rank, man. But you can see we actually haven't gone far. My eyes are starting to water. That is quite disgusting down here. But I could sit here for a very long time and just look at all the boats, the trawlers coming in and out. It's something that I truly love, to just sit here and appreciate the ocean. You've got Seal Island over there. There's a seal just floating around, heaps of birds. And generally on a southerly or southeasterly, southwesterly wind, this would be a very protected campground and also point to come to. But on a northerly, it's still only about bloody 10 knots. It's absolutely perfect here. Not an issue at all, but really cold. I think now I want to start heading to the southern side, and I just got onto the top of a crest and seen a beach on the opposite side. It is pristine clear. Cannot wait to see that with the sun out. And yeah, keep heading south and see how we go. All these beaches and all the campsites along this stretch of the coast from Engine Point, now at Fisherman's, they're pristine beaches, and the campsites, I must admit, are incredible. Flat, spacious, overlooking beautiful places. You just don't seem to get that as much in national parks, but here every campsite seems to offer something quite unique and spectacular, especially out of the southwesterly winds, a lot of them. It's just, yeah, it's really breathtaking and quite nice as a refreshment to get in Lincoln National Park, all these beautiful beaches. So I can imagine in the summertime, it would be a pristine place. Lincoln's so close to come here, explore, swim, snorkel. It would be ripper. Now I think I want to drive out to Wanna Lookout. I don't know how far it is, but now 2 o'clock. I think we can get it done, the Savo. Pushing for time, these winter days are so bloody short. All right, let's get cracking. Yeah, wow. This place is sick. This is the perfect place to spend the next couple of hours of my afternoon, make a coffee, and just stare into the abyss. Sorted. This place is Rip Snorter, and it gets me super pumped for my next location, Whalers Way. In the distance there, 2 massive peaks going into a cliff face. That will be next week's video, very much like this, watching swell just crash in. And the best thing is, in the next 3 or 4 days, the swell just builds and builds and builds. And by Thursday, it is close to 5 meter swells pumping in on the opposite side, so the western side from here. And I could sit there for days and days just watching the world crash in. And even now, the swell got bigger and bigger over a 2-hour period since I've been here. With the rain on and off, just looking at the coastline, the birds flying through, looks like I might have a decent-ish sunset, not like a crazy beautiful sunset, with some colour in the sky, but it pretty much is 360 right now. There's rain there, there's a bit of rain there, rain over there. So it's just really cool. Just a place that's got so much going on. Yeah, I am like a kid in a candy shop right now, just watching the waves crash in. But now I'm gonna watch the sunset, drive back to camp. It's about 25 k's back to camp, then up early tomorrow morning, getting out of here, back into Lincoln to get fuel, food, and then into Whalers Way, because the weather over the next couple of days is looking really shit up. But guys, that has been done from Lincoln National Park, a beautiful national park. I believe it'd be so much better in the summertime, going for a swim, snorkeling, fishing as well. But I've really enjoyed the isolated beaches that are very calm, protected, they're pristine, immaculate. campsites here that are fully level. I can highly recommend it. So much diversity around, and a place that you really should add onto your Eyre Peninsula trip, because you must visit the Eyre Peninsula. Over the last 2 months, I really think I've showcased why you have to visit this incredibly beautiful place. But guys, I'll love you and leave you. Enjoy the sunset, and I'll see you about 20 kilometers over that way for some raw, rugged, crazy coastline. It's gonna be epic. Ciao.